Hey everybody, this is Tyler Dockery, and I just want to take a moment and say that I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. This is an announcement regarding Lesson 2 and Lesson 3 in our class, GRD 152. A couple of quick things is I want to go ahead and note I have put some information down on a question format that I would like you to use. Um, in the past, students say, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do, and then they sit and wait for an answer. And unfortunately, deadlines come and go. They might get dropped from the class, and they think that someone has control over them and their actions, but we don't. Um, so the question format is also put together because sometimes when someone says, I don't know what to do, and I start to explain the simple steps that are involved, um, they get very upset and think that people are talking down to them, that they already know all the basic information and they just need to cut to the chase. So as part of that, please look over the question format. It's super simple. It looks complicated, but you basically say, here is what Blackboard says, and here's what I understand. This is what I feel the book or the Blackboard work says, and this is what I think I should do. I looked at these websites, and here's the links to them so that we know you didn't just stop as soon as you didn't understand. But you explained to me very quickly what you know, what you've read, what research you did, and how you think you are going to solve the problem. Because then I can just tell you, yes, that will work fine, or no, please do this instead. Please use that question format. Okay, I want to talk with you about Lesson 2 and Lesson 3. First of all, please be aware that the deadlines have changed due to some student concerns. Um, Many students, at least two, have come forward to tell me that they've taken online classes in the past, and a lot of people wait until the last minute to post their work, and they don't like waiting. They go to bed early. They need to have that content. If they expect that they're supposed to make changes before the last minute, they can't be waiting until the 30th to get feedback on the paper version. So in order to honor those students, it makes total sense. I've moved the deadline ahead till Monday. So I will be grading approximately 8:30 in the morning on Monday. It might be 9 o'clock, but it's probably going to be 8 or 8:30. So please have your work turned in Sunday night. It's just one less thing to worry about. Okay, um, when you're going into a peer review, you should know this already by heart, but if you don't, you can't give all positive responses. You need to say what you like and why. You need to say what you don't like and why it's not working for the audience or why it's not working for the piece. Don't give us an opinion. Make sure that it's pointed towards the end result. Um, you have to have all those steps. If you say only negative things, you're going to lose points. If you say only positive things, you're going to lose points. And you need to tell people how to solve what's going wrong. Okay. Dynamic part number 1 is going to be cut paper. Make sure you read your instructions. Squares, rectangles, and triangles only. No circles, no weird shapes. Make sure that you put that together based on your artwork. I do want to remind you that this is what you want to do for a living, so don't turn in something that is a piece of junk. Your work needs to look good. It should be reflective. The work that is done this week, the cut paper project and all of that reading for lesson 2 should be between uh, sorry, I'm pulling a blank there just for a second. My apologies. Should be between 12 and 15 hours worth of work for lesson 2. When you turn in your work Sunday night for your cut paper project, it should cover that ground. All right. One of the other important reasons that we want to go ahead and get this discussion board out of the way is you're going to be getting feedback on your cut paper. And if the feedback is you used 5 squares, this is not enough, it looks bad. If you've already done the illustrator work for that, you get an F or 20 points out of 100 for the cut paper work, and then you get 20 points out of 100 for the illustrator work. That's going to be a real drag. So watch out for that. Lesson 3, you're going to be moving from the cut paper portion to the illustrator portion. Some of you will try to redo that piece consistently. Others of you will rework your piece based on the feedback that you've gotten, or make small adjustments, or do more work with your material. That's really important. Two final things I want to talk with you about kind of getting the ball rolling for the summer is, first of all, a lot of you will be used to Photoshop and you will not be used to Illustrator. Photoshop is like a big wheel. It's really easy, it's very approachable. You sit in it and you can ride down the street or around the block. It's really nice, but it's not very useful. Most people who use Photoshop use it about once a month, and that's the end. Illustrator, however, is more like a bike. If you remember what it's like learning how to ride a bike, it is hard. You fall over, you get hurt, you think you will be able to do perfectly, but then there's a big mistake. So do kind of be aware that while bikes are hard to get started, once you learn how to do it, you don't ever forget. And you can ride a bike all over town, you can ride it across the United States, you can go anywhere with it. So do kind of be aware that Illustrator and Photoshop are extremely different tools. It will take a while to learn how to use it, so put in that time. Finally, I want to just remind you that you need to be spending your time researching. 12 to 15 hours a week for lesson 2, 12 to 15 hours a week for lesson 3. This means you're putting in 24 to 30 hours every 7 days for this course over the summer. That's a lot of time, but you can spend that time finding out what good vectors look like, what great Illustrator work looks like. What is it that makes it great? What is it that makes it good? How do you look at someone's piece and you say, that is excellent? These are the things you want to spend your time on. I'm glad you're here. I can't wait to see your work. Remember, you want to focus on excellent. I know you can do it. You know you can do it. Please reach out to me with any questions that you have at any time, and please use the question format. This is going to be an awesome class. Thanks, everybody.